Can you believe it? The very retail chains that once thrived under America's economic protection policies are now the ones tumbling the fastest. The original goal of the new tariffs was to make American goods cheaper and protect domestic businesses. But just days after they took effect, shelf prices shot up, sales plummeted, and some familiar brands are closing stores in droves. This is happening not only in far-off cities, but right in your own neighborhood, where you buy coffee, meat, and milk every week. Chains once thought to be untouchable are now staring down the risk of disappearing entirely. So why is a policy that was supposed to save the economy now pushing retail giants to the brink? And how will this hit your wallet and your choices in the months ahead? The 5 names on today's list might just make you rethink your entire shopping routine. Number 1, Taco Bell. You walk into Taco Bell like you always have the familiar purple lights, the sizzle from the kitchen in the background. But when your eyes scan the menu board, something makes you pause. The crunchy taco that's been $2 for years now reads $2.89. Add a drink and a small side, and your bill easily tops $7, where it used to hover around $5. These changes have been quiet but steady. At one location in Columbus, Ohio, a longtime customer took photos of last month's menu and compared them to today's. The difference wasn't just in price. Menu descriptions had shifted too. Extra cheese was gone. The fresh lettuce topping had been replaced with the vague shredded lettuce. Higher prices are one thing, but what many didn't expect was the change in portion sizes. A student in San Diego posted 2 photos on a local food forum, 2 beefy tacos bought just 4 months apart. The older one was stuffed full seasoned beef, spilling to the edges, topped with a generous layer of melted cheese. The newer one was visibly smaller, the beef sitting well inside the shell with just a light sprinkle of cheese. Hundreds of comments poured in, many confirming they'd seen the same thing at their local Taco Bell. Operating hours have also shifted, something most people don't notice until it affects them directly. In some cities, Taco Bell locations that used to stay open until 1 or 2 a.m. now close at 10 or 11 p.m., cutting off the late-night crowd and night shift workers. A Kansas location employee told a local interviewer that overnight, sales could no longer cover the minimum staffing costs, forcing the earlier closing time. Ingredient quality has also been questioned. A mother in Tulsa said her burrito supreme tasted off. The beef was less flavorful, the vegetables less crisp, and the salsa thinner and paler. She kept her receipt and compared it to her last purchase. The price had risen by 75 cents, but the quality felt lower. Promotions, once a big part of Taco Bell's appeal, now appear less frequently and with more strings attached. Value combos that used to be available in-store now require mobile app orders. Older customers who aren't tech-savvy feel left out. In one community Facebook group, a member joked, "If you want cheap tacos these days, you need a smartphone and the patience of booking a flash sale airline ticket." On social media, puns and jabs have started spreading. Some cleverly tie the brand's taco name to a political figure's nickname. The phrase "taco makes taco prices rise" has popped up in comments, half joking, half critical, and has been widely shared as a way to vent frustration. Internal data from Yum Brands shows that while total system sales haven't yet collapsed, rising operating costs have forced locations to make adjustments to protect profit margins. Some smaller suburban franchises have closed or gone up for sale after failing to meet revenue targets. In Minnesota, one franchise owner said, "If sales drop more than 30% year-over-year, closure is inevitable." Longtime Taco Bell fans remember when a taco felt hearty, affordable, and left you with enough spare change for dessert. Now, for the same money, you get a smaller portion and think twice before adding extra items. This shift isn't loud, but it's slowly eating away at customer habits and experiences. Think back to your last Taco Bell visit. Did you notice less filling, less fresh lettuce, or less cheese? Did you end up paying a couple of extra dollars for a meal that used to cost less? You don't need anyone to explain it. You see it the moment you open the box and take the first bite. If this trend continues, Taco Bell closing more locations, especially in suburbs and small towns, is only a matter of time. That would leave you with fewer fast food options, and each grocery run or night out would mean more careful budgeting. So here's the question: if your local Taco Bell closed tomorrow, Where would you go instead? Would you switch to another chain or drop tacos from your weekly routine altogether? Share your answer because the next names on this list might make even more people rethink their habits. Number 2, Starbucks. In just 1 year, the price of Arabica beans, Starbucks' main coffee variety, has nearly doubled on the global market, climbing from about $1.80 to over $3.40 per pound. This is the fastest jump in more than a decade, and it's showing clearly on the menu boards of America's biggest coffee chain. The cause isn't just the extreme weather that has sharply cut production in Brazil and Colombia. The new import tariffs in effect since August have pushed the cost of raw coffee beans up by another 8 to 12%. With hundreds of millions of cups sold each year, that increase is simply too big to swallow internally, so it's been passed directly to customers. As a result, in many major cities, a grand latte that used to be around $4.80 last year has now passed the $6 mark. In high-cost areas like Manhattan and San Francisco, prices are brushing up against $6.50. It might sound like just $1 more, but if you're buying 5 times a week, that's over $300 extra a year just on Starbucks. The higher price isn't the only change. Some eagle-eyed customers have measured the cup volume and found that today's grande is about 20 milliliters smaller than a few years ago. This tweak was barely announced, but with prices climbing, the difference is easier to feel, more less than more. Quality has also seen subtle adjustments that aren't obvious at first sip. An employee in Oregon said the amount of espresso per shot is now measured more precisely, slightly reduced to save on ingredients. In some Texas stores, customers have complained that cappuccino foam is thinner and less creamy, affecting the drinking experience. These changes are already shaping consumer behavior. A recent survey found that 38% of Starbucks regular customers have cut their visits by at least half in the past month. Many are brewing at home or switching to independent coffee shops with more affordable prices. This shift is feeding back into the in-store experience. To cut labor costs, some locations have reduced morning staff, leading to longer waits, especially during rush hour. In one Manhattan store, customers reported waiting nearly 14 minutes for a cappuccino, twice as long as before. Coffee prices in the US have become a flashpoint, and Starbucks is a prime example of how quickly they're climbing. The question now isn't whether prices will keep rising, but how far they'll go before customers completely change their habits. If a year from now a grande latte hits $7, will you still buy it or look for another option? And if this trend spreads across the entire coffee industry, where's the limit you're willing to pay for your morning cup? Number 3, McDonald's. Earlier this summer, a photo of a McDonald's price board in Connecticut went viral online. It showed a medium Big Mac combo priced at $9.29. And if you upgraded to a large combo with a large drink, the number jumped past $11. Many people initially thought the image was edited, until local news outlets confirmed the price was completely real. The shock wasn't just about the number itself. It tapped into the memories of millions of Americans who once saw McDonald's as cheap fast food, a place where for just a few dollars the whole family could eat their fill. Now, at the new price, buying meals for 4 adults and 2 kids can easily push the bill close to $60. For those living on pensions or fixed incomes, that's no small cost. Price is only part of the story. Older customers have quickly noticed changes in portion sizes. A group of customers in Illinois ran a small comparison. They bought the same burger from the same store, one in May last year, and one in May this year. When weighed, the new burger was about 14 grams lighter, roughly the weight of a missing meat patty piece or a few slices of vegetables. The cheese portion was also lighter, leaving part of the patty exposed. It's a detail many wouldn't notice, but side by side the difference is obvious. Changes also show up in the buying experience. In recent years, McDonald's has pushed its touchscreen ordering system. In many stores, especially in Florida and Arizona, traditional counters have fewer staff, forcing customers to use the screens. For older customers, this can sometimes be confusing. A 68-year-old man in Tampa recalled, "I just wanted to remove mayo, but I couldn't find the option on the screen, so I gave up and got the burger as is." Situations like this make some feel they're no longer being served the way they used to be. Another lesser discussed issue is wait time. Even though McDonald's is fast food, many customers report that the time from ordering to receiving their meal has gotten longer, especially at lunchtime. At one California location, measurements showed an average wait of 8 to 10 minutes for a burger and fries combo, nearly double the wait from a few years ago. Discounts these days are mainly concentrated in the mobile app. That means if you don't have the app, you'll pay more. For older customers who rarely use smartphones, this price gap can feel like they're being left out of deals that used to be for everyone. All these factors combined mean McDonald's is gradually losing its image as the fast, cheap, convenient meal for some customers. For many, the brand is tied to childhood memories, road trips, and simple dinners after busy days. But when those memories are replaced by high prices, smaller portions, and more complicated ordering, loyalty can waver. One question more people are asking: if McDonald's is no longer the budget choice, then who is? Some customers are switching to local burger joints or small independent diners. Others are buying ingredients to cook at home, saving money while controlling portions. But there are also those who, out of habit and convenience, still stay willing to pay more, even if each swipe of the card comes with hesitation. This isn't just the story of one fast food chain. It reflects the broader shift in how we consume and in the value a brand represents. McDonald's was once a symbol of easy access for all walks of life. Now, as living costs rise, the question is whether they can hold on to that image. If one day a medium burger fries drink combo in your area hits $12 or $13, how would you react? Would you accept it as the new normal or change your habits? The answer will differ for everyone, but the shared feeling of nostalgia fading from a once bright symbol might be the same. Number 4, Wendys. In early August, Wendys rolled out a new promotion, the meal deal, for just $5. At first glance, it sounded like a win for customers, a filling meal at a fair price. But when people showed up at the counter or ordered through the app, many found that the $5 meal only applied to a limited selection of small-sized items without a drink, despite what the promo images suggested. If you wanted to upgrade your fries or add a soft drink, the total could jump to $7 or even $8. This sense of confusion spread quickly. On social media, plenty of customers posted receipts with captions like $5, but it ended up being $8. It created a feeling that promotions weren't as straightforward as they used to be, and that shoppers now had to calculate carefully to avoid extra charges. Price wasn't the only change. Many fans who once loved Wendys for its fresh, never frozen beef now feel the quality has slipped. One customer in Ohio shared a photo of a burger they just bought: thinner beef, patty wilted lettuce, and a tomato slice barely half the size of the old ones. Those small details, combined with the fact that the average combo price has risen more than 15% compared to last year, have made the meals feel far less worth it. Then there's the shift in service speed. Wendys used to be known for being quick, but wait times at many locations have grown longer. A local Texas newspaper found that the average time from ordering to getting your food has increased from 4 minutes to nearly 7. That might not sound like much, but for customers used to fast turnaround, it's a clear step backward. Some locations have also cut back on counter staff, steering customers towards self-order kiosks. While efficient for some, it can be frustrating for those who aren't tech-savvy or want to customize their meals. For older customers, the feeling of not being served can create a disconnect from the brand. Wendys is still trying to win back diners by launching new menu items and app-exclusive deals, but the way these offers are executed often makes people feel like they have to solve a puzzle before they eat. And when a brand once known for being transparent and simple starts to feel complicated, trust is hard to maintain. So if you spot a $5 sign next time but know the final bill will be much higher, will you still pull in or just keep driving? That's the question Wendys needs to answer before customers switch to easier, more reliable options. Number 5, Target. A 12-ounce can of Good & Gather coffee at Target now costs the same as Starbucks retail, $7.49. Just 3 years ago, it was under $5. For a family that drinks coffee every morning, that one item alone can add more than $200 to the annual grocery bill, and that is just one item in the cart. In household goods, Target's 12-roll store-brand toilet paper used to be a buy-and-save choice, costing up to 15% less than Walmart. Now it is the other way around. Price checks at 20 stores across 10 states, show Target averaging 9% more than Walmart for the exact same product. This shatters the long-held belief that Target is the better value option for quality goods. The shelves tell the same story of cost pressure. Well-known brands imported from Canada or Europe are disappearing, replaced with store brands or lesser-known American labels. A certain imported cookie once loved by older customers has vanished, and its replacement is criticized for being crumbly bland and cheaply packaged. Many shoppers now feel they're paying more for a lesser experience. An internal retail industry report for the last quarter shows Target's foot traffic down 8% year over year. Price is not the only reason. With many stores reducing staff checkout lanes and pushing customers to self-scan, a portion of older shoppers feel abandoned. For them, Target was once a place with friendly, helpful associates. Now that experience is harder to find. Target has long stood as the middle-class American retailer, not as cheap as Walmart, not as upscale as high-end stores. But as prices creep closer to premium grocers on certain items, and the relaxed, convenient factor fades, that position is under threat. If this trend continues, Target risks losing its most loyal shoppers, those who came for the balance between value and experience. If one day you realize that the Target you remember, a comfortable place to shop with reasonable prices, no longer exists, what would you do? Keep paying more out of habit, or turn to another store? From Taco Bell to Target, brands, once synonymous with convenience and fair prices, are now struggling in a landscape where everything costs more and delivers less. Whether they recover or keep sliding remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: consumers are paying more and getting less. And once trust is shaken, it is harder to win back than any discount can fix.
This video does not promote division within the United States or encourage segregation. All content is presented for the purpose of exploration, analysis, and fostering discussion based on current events, public sentiment, and social trends. We fully respect the United States Constitution and all federal regulations. If today's analysis made you think, drop a comment so we can keep the conversations going. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you will never miss our next independent deep dive.